I'd rather be crazy. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down.
59th annual Grammy nominations were announced this morning, and Beyonce and Adele will go head-to-head in 3 top categories. Queen Bey is the leader of the pack with 9 nominations, but the Lemonade artist has some other close competition. Rihanna, Drake, and Kanye West are the second most nominated, with each artist getting nods in 8 categories. Entertainment Tonight's senior news editor Jennifer Peros joins me now to break it all down. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about Beyonce and Adele going head-to-head in Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be basically a night of these two ladies versus each other. So what's funny is Beyonce has 20 Grammys under her belt, but she only has 1 in one of the top 4 categories, and that was for, of course, single ladies. Adele has won 10 Grammys in the past, and although she's only nominated for 5 this year, I think she's going to sweep all 5 categories.
So do other nominees, do they even stand a chance?
I mean, of course, you have Lemonade, which is one of the biggest albums in 25 of the year, but Justin Bieber with Purpose, he has a really big year this year. Then, of course, you have Drake with Views. He's nominated for 8, so I think that he's going to clean up a little bit as well. And then you have Sturgill Simpson, who came, of course, with a huge surprise, A Sailor's Guide to Earth for Album of the Year this year. And then Rihanna and Drake for their Record of the Year work. I think that's going to be really good. So there's going to be a lot of surprises. Also, Demi Lovato, she is nominated for her first Grammy this year. A lot of people were surprised that she hasn't won or even been nominated for one yet. So I'm hoping that this year is her year.
Well, let's talk about the Best New Artist. What do you think of some of these nominees?
Okay, so Kelsey Ballerini, a lot of people are pulling for her. She, of course, is a country sweetheart girl of the moment. She's great. Chance the Rapper, he actually came in with a really big surprise this year with 7 nominations, so a lot of people are hoping he's going to win. And then the Chainsmokers. I mean, the Chainsmokers are 2 guys who come from EDM, that scene, which is, of course, new in the Grammy world. You can't put the radio on still to this day without hearing one of their songs. So I'm leaning more towards them as sweeping this category, but of course it's the Grammys. You never know.
You never know. Okay, let's go back to Chance the Rapper. Let's back up for a second, because his album, Coloring Book, this was the first streaming-only album to receive a Grammy nomination. What do you make of that?
I know, that's the thing.
We like that here.
We love it here, exactly. Who doesn't? I think, listen, this is the new face of television, especially the music world. So the fact that he is getting recognized for this is pretty big. So I do think this is a guy that, you know, he has a very big fan base, but not very mainstream fan base. But listen, if this guy's going to win at the Grammys, I mean, his career is going to be set from that moment on.
Any big snubs this year?
Sia, which I was actually really surprised. She only got 3. Of course, a lot of people were surprised by that. And then JT, Can't Stop the Feeling. That was, of course, one of the biggest songs, I think, this year.
We're still singing it in our car.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, Record of the Year is not going to him, and it didn't show up in a lot of the pop categories. But yeah, that was definitely another big surprise.
And some of the others, so David Bowie's Black Star, not up for top awards, did get 4 nominations overall. Kanye West nominated 8 times, but not for Album of the Year. Anyone else that really surprised you?
I'm just going to think, Mike Posner. You know, he, of course, I Took a Bill on Ibiza. That was, again, one of the biggest songs of the year. A lot of people, you know, he fell off for a little bit. A lot of people were really surprised that this is, you know, he was nominated for that Song of the Year. So if he can win that, it's probably going to be one of the biggest comebacks in Grammy history in the past couple years.
I'm curious, going back to Adele matching up against Beyonce, you're looking at Adele, this commercial smash success, and then looking at Beyonce's Lemonade, it was more of an art piece. How does the Academy tend to vote in that regard?
It all depends. That's the thing, you know, and you have to also realize, anytime we've seen Beyonce at the Grammys, it's been half of her time with Destiny's Child. So you have this big, huge, you know, music powerhouse who has won in a group and then solo, and then Adele. You know, a lot of people didn't know her name before she performed on SNL, and then just a few weeks later won Best New Artist of the Year. So it really depends. It should be interesting to see what the Academy chooses. You know, of course, pop star, flashy Beyonce, or Adele, the girl next door that everyone just can't stop listening to that hello. I mean, it's still in my mind from this summer. I can't get it out.
It's going to be so exciting. Jennifer, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. And you can watch the 59th Annual Grammy Awards, hosted by James Corden, on Sunday, February 12th. That's at 8 p.m., 7 Central, only on CBS.